Well, I tell you, it could rain all at once, but it's not going to rain on our parades today. Let me show you some of the sights and check out some of the sounds that we love to hear here in St. Louis. Crews working hard at Busch Stadium to make it look better than ever for today's home opener against the Brewers. You know, it's almost been 550 days since fans were able to sit down in the seats, grab a cold brew, and watch the Cardinals play some baseball. And our Redbirds say they are ready to play some baseball too today. They sent this tweet out overnight saying Miami was fun, but St. Louis, we're coming home, and I am sure Cardinal Nation will be ready for them when they get here. Now this morning we have some team coverage for you to get you ready for today's game, not just here but throughout the area. Before we check in with Ryan Dean, let's send things over to our Savannah Louie. She has what you need to know if you plan to be in attendance today because things are different. Remember, we are still in a pandemic. Good morning, Savannah.
Hey, Rennie, you know, there is one change in particular I really want you to be aware of. So now tickets are being sold in socially distanced pods of 4, and there are still some of these pods available for sale, which means that you could take me, maybe Allie and Ryan Dean, and we could all go to the game together. Of course, you would be buying those tickets. But other than that, some other changes that fans need to know about include, you know, there are no bags allowed in the stadium, so be sure to wear something with pockets. Charge that phone. All tickets are going to be electronic. There won't be any vendors allowed in the stand, so that means you have to actually get up to get your snacks. Now, if you're not actively eating or drinking, you must wear that mask. And again, tickets are now sold in socially distanced pods of 4. Now, surrounding bars and restaurants are still at reduced capacity, so it would be very wise to make a reservation if you plan on going to one. Of course, unless spots are filled on a first-come, first-served basis like Cardinals Nation over at Ballpark Village. Leaders in our area have said that they do feel confident people are going to follow all of these rules, but if there is any concern, it would have to be after the game, you know, when people have maybe had a little too much to drink. So just going forward into today, remember to socially distance. Now this morning, we're asking if you feel comfortable going to a Cardinals game. You can vote right now at ksdk.com/vote or on that 5 on your side app. Right now seems to be a very even split. Now, Rennie, I'm going to send things back to you. I know you've had about a minute and a half to mull things over. Maybe pull out your phone and actually buy those tickets for us. Got to say, they're only about $200 or so, so it's a really good thing. Payday's coming tomorrow, right?
Payday is tomorrow, but you know my birthday is in May, so why don't we just save up to then, and then we all get together in May,
because
by that time I'll be fully vaccinated. We'll have Allie pay
Love
for
that
it.
idea. I'll send it to Allie.
Thank you,
you guys, too funny.
Despite smaller crowds and pandemic restrictions, the Cardinals are trying to bring some normalcy to opening day here. The pregame festivities will start with the appearance of those famous Budweiser Clydesdales, and then the Cardinals will honor 2 greats who passed away in 2020, Hall of Famers Lou Brock and Bob Gibson, a tribute to 2 of the best men to ever play the game of baseball. And then the Cardinals Hall of Famers will be honored, but instead of their famous drive around on the warning track in those convertibles, they will be in the center field batter's eye. Now, a lot of folks are excited because the game's going to be played inside of Busch Stadium. But there's also a great deal of excitement for all of the businesses around Busch Stadium because that means fans are going to be back downtown and they'll be looking for something to do. With more on that angle, let's toss things over to our Ryan Dean. Ryan?
Hey, good morning, Rennie. You know what's incredible, and you said it earlier this morning, Ballpark Village, the expansion outside of Busch Stadium, it's been late September since there was a regular season game 2019 here at Busch Stadium with fans allowed, so about 550 days. I'm telling you, if you haven't been down here in about a year, 2 years, maybe 3 years, you're going to look up and really say, wow. I want to show you a picture of what it was like, what you probably remember of Ballpark Village, right? That one building, lots of parking lots around that one building. Well, now phase 2 is complete. It was actually completed during the pandemic, but the Cardinals couldn't show it off because obviously no fans. So this year really is the unveiling, a $260 million expansion. We're talking a hotel, condos, restaurants, more shops. It truly is something to behold. It looks like its own mini downtown, and that's exactly what they were going for, Rennie, when they built this. And a lot of folks might actually look around and think this reminds them of the Power and Light District in Kansas City, and that's a good call because it was actually the developer behind this is the same developer behind that one. But I know, Rennie, you said this morning, you were like, wow, it's really just blown up.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, think about this, Ryan. Over here to my right, we have an apartment building where people are now living. And then down there at the other end of the block, you've got a hotel. Those things did not exist. This was all parking lots. It is completely different now. Just coming down here to Ballpark Village is an experience within itself. Thank you, Ryan. Hey, this morning we want to know how you plan to celebrate the home opener. Here are just a few of your memories that you've sent in so far. We want to see your pictures. Please send them to us. All you got to do is text them to us, 314-444-5125, and we'll be showing them right here all morning long. And you might just see yourself a bit later this morning on Today in St. Louis. And tonight, be sure to tune in to 5 on your side for our hours-long Cardinals homecoming special. You'll hear from Randy Carricker and Mike Claiborne, as well as many other folks with the Cardinals organization. That show starts at 7 o'clock today.